Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Friday, October 10th, 2025. I didn't expect my hiatus to last that long, but well, here we are. I'm finally back. I'm finally healthy again. I will talk about this while I continue to walk home, but first I think I have to mention that we are in a new version of Minecraft. I saw a new recipe popping up. I'm quite sure there's also new terrain to explore, but I think I'm good for now. I think I need to wait until more exciting things are ready to be explored before I will start the next expedition. So, yeah, let's start by breaking camp and continuing the long journey home. I visited the Torii Gate again, which is a super cool landmark. I really like this. Now I need to see how I can navigate through this terrain at best. How does it continue? I get into lots of water from here, and then I could sail basically up. Yeah, let's just continue that way until I hit the ocean, and then I can travel by a boat. I think once I'm in my boat and somewhat safe, I will check out this new recipe for, it looked like chains, I guess. Yeah, so what happened? The last thing I was talking about is the fact that I was declared sick by my local physician with my shoulder pain, that this can that my shoulder can relax a little bit, that things can calm down a little bit. This was really good because it was kind of uncomfortable. It was all tolerable still, but wasn't great. Wasn't great at all. So I was happy about that. I was really happy about this. And yeah, then I also left for the circus performance of my partner. This was amazing. They were really great. They did an amazing performance. I was really enjoying it. I tried to help the group as best as I can. But once again, being safety person, yes, medic, I guess I was kind of qualified for it. And also assisting them by ironing dress shirts and other fun stuff, and also cleaning the mess they create on the stage after the show. So yeah, this was a thing, very thing. But yeah, I think during the first day of the show, I mean, I was already my shoulder thing, nothing to do with me attending the show. I would have had off anyways, so it was just like, please, can we look up for potential solutions to my shoulder problem? And one thing was, okay, reduce a little bit the load caused by the ambulance work. So okay, now I think I'm safe. I can quickly open the book here, and can I find this? I don't see. Okay, maybe I need to get back here and throw down the crafting table. Okay, they are what that? Spectral arrow. I think this already existed. Wood stuff. Sword chains. Cursed armor trim. Smithing template. I'm still not sure what I do with these smithing templates. I found some during this expedition. Flower charge banner pattern. Interesting. Ah, here, iron chain. Okay, okay. We got chains now, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's grab you again. And continue. No, 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 no. Don't continue by running against, against the shore. Instead, continue by sailing off, sailing out in the ocean. Yeah, the first day of performance was really good, but while cleaning up, or even after the on that map, I thought this. Well, in this case, I think I will just continue that way, the way home. Yeah, the first day on Saturday, not last weekend Saturday, but the weekend before, I started to feel cold. I mean, the circus tent wasn't really heated, and especially as when cleaning up and spending time. Oh, now I'm on the map. Okay, great. So I can just continue with this trajectory, with this heading. Yeah, I was just feeling cold. I mean, it was like 10 degrees Celsius or so outside, but I felt more cold than usual. So, in the end, that day, yeah, we were then also sitting a little bit outdoors, which was kind of nice, but I was also kind of exhausted and cold, and mostly cold. Being cold was the worst thing at this point. And this was I was unusually cold for my usual body, so to say. Normally I don't care so much about temperature. I mean, you know me, I care more about being too warm than cold. So yeah, in the end I wore 2 t-shirts, one thin sweater and a big sweater above it. And I was still feeling cold. So this I guess already indicates the trajectory we're heading. The next day was better. The next day was better for the second show, for the final show. Both shows were really amazing. My partner's performance was fantastic, so really enjoyed that. I mean, I enjoyed the entire show, so really, really amazing. And yeah, then I started to have a little bit of sore throat, and I wasn't feeling well, but I was feeling good enough. So Monday was fine. Tuesday was especially fine. Tuesday was my partner's birthday. We had a very relaxing morning, and in the afternoon we went to a sauna place. It was the first time in my life that I actually did sauna. Normally it was like, ew, that's hot, that's humid. Definitely not my case, but I mean, I guess my partner has kind of strong effect on me on trying out those new things I wouldn't have tried on my own usually. But yeah, it was nice. It was especially nice for my shoulder stuff. The heat felt so good on muscles and so on. So I found this was great. This was really nice, and it overall was really nice birthday, really relaxing birthday. Really enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy was basically the night after the birthday, because during that night I first became really, really strong, sore throat. This quickly transitioned to a very sniffy nose, to headache, and I guess even fever. At least definitely had fever the next day. So yeah, I felt sick. I mean, I felt double sick. I was already declared sick by my physician, by my doctor, due to the shoulder. But then during this time, why I wanted to basically let my shoulder recover, and I also had the grand idea of writing applications. I quickly fell sick after the performances, the circle performance of my partner, and my partner's birthday were over. And yeah, I remained sick. I mean, it took some time. First it was only me. Then either my partner, they weren't feeling that well after the circus performances either, but they weren't really falling sick, but I guess I knocked them over in the end. Some days later, they fell sick too, and yeah, then we spent last weekend. I mean, I spent most of the time since Wednesday, last week Wednesday, on couch or bed, and since Friday, my partner joined me. Friday last week, and yeah, we spent most of the time on the couch or in bed. The beginning there were only some short Stardew Valley play sessions with some TV show watching in between. Later we had more Stardew Valley playtime, but yeah, overall it wasn't. I mean, it was nice to not be alone, not be alone sick. At the same time, it was like I needed that. Basically, this being sick for. Oh no, here Enderman to see like, okay, this could have been Enderman. And yeah. And yeah, I mean, my shoulder still recovered while being sick, but it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. And yeah, by now I'm healthy again, which is great, which is really great. No last effects of the sickness or so. So this is good, but at the same time, it's also like, okay, great. I had double sickness at once, and being double sick is not double the fun, rather the opposite. So yeah, time just passed quickly. At some stage around Thursday, I think Thursday, last week Thursday, we left my partner's place because we wanted to protect their flatmate. So we went to this place where I am at, stayed there until the beginning of this week, then we transitioned back. And okay, I'm at the end of this map, so now I have to navigate by compass. That's fine. And yeah, that's basically how everything went. Ugh, lava. So since yesterday, I'm back to work. So yesterday work, it would have been very stressful again, somewhat stressful. The shift plan, initially the shift plan for the month of October was fine, but then apparently some issues with, or some availability of folks or whatever happened, them being sick or not being ready for doing something, whatever, something changed. And so the shift plan changed. As a result of this, I would have had a 7-day week now from this Thursday, yesterday, to next Wednesday. I was so fortunate that a former colleague who left the ambulance service still likes to, from time to time, join us and take over a shift. Approached me like, hey, I really like to drive ambulance again. Can I have one of your weekend shifts? She first asked for the Saturday shift, so for the tomorrow's shift. But since I was also invited to the birthday of my partner's flatmate, on Saturday, I was asking her, hey, do you like to maybe instead of Saturday take over Sunday so that I can go to that party, to that birthday party, because otherwise it wouldn't have been possible with having early shifts starting at 6 a.m. That's not fun. Then I could have directly gone from the party to work. Ugh, no. Wow. I was just looking at the sky or looking over to the wolves and completely neglected that, okay, that seems to be a cliff or so. And then as I looked down, it was too late, like, oh, shoot. Ah, dang it. But, yeah, so really fortunate that my former colleague asked me. And as a result of this, I gladly said yes. If you take over the Sunday, you can have it. Which on the one hand is great because now I have only 3 days of work instead of 1 time 7 days of work. That would have been stressful. That would have been very stressful. And yeah, I can also attend the party, and I guess everyone is happy. So that's cool. That's very cool. But yeah, that's basically why I've been away, lost for so long. I mean, I didn't know if I would have. I might have recorded an episode of Coffee Break yesterday, definitely yesterday, but I wasn't quite sure how basically me being sick with my shoulder would have turned out. So I had no expectations with the last episode when I will be there again. But yeah, I thought I would record an episode yesterday, but yesterday my shift was from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I directly came home from my partner yesterday morning. So in the evening, it was like, okay, I'm kind of tired. Also, not only being tired, but also today my shift started at 7 a.m. So I knew, okay, I have to get up early, and I then was more like, okay, I need to have food. I want to finally do. This looked dangerous. Good that I spotted this instead of just waltzing into it, like waltzing off that cliff. Yeah, and instead of and yeah, after this long break, I mean, I was being real sick. I also didn't exercise, and so I was thinking like, okay, I also want to finally do some exercise, some slight exercise to slowly ease in again, do some stretching, and so finally do some stretching. And all in all, was then like, okay, now I'm a bit too tired to actually record a good episode of the Coffee Break, so I waited with that, and here we are on Friday, October 10th. Not sure how so much time passed, but it did. And yeah, here we are. Here we are walking home. Really excited to get home to some extent because I want to start working on some kind of Japanese monument, temple, building, whatever. Not only having the 1111 episode monument, the Torii Gate, but also like to have closer to the home area, closer to the center of the world, some monument that commemorates my trip to Japan this year. So yeah, looking forward to this. I don't have specific design, structure, architecture in mind, but I'm quite sure I will get something done when we start working on it. I mean, it's a process. It's really the process. There are also some some Minecraft news. I mean, I'm always I struggled this year a lot with keeping up, and I couldn't keep up. My favorite YouTube series, I mean former YouTube series, Farlands or Bust, with Kurt walking to the Farlands in Minecraft since more than 14 years. Each year, he started streaming at some point, and then he started not only to hosting his, he calls it flubberthons, where it's all about, well, end of season basically, and long walk and so on, and celebrating basically the end of the season. Started something on Twitch like subathons, but called it flubberthon, and yeah, this basically every time a subscription is made, the timer gets extended and so on and so on. So it's like an endless event, and this year I wasn't even able to keep up with the sheer amount of stream of video material being created by this. I mean, I have to work, I have to do things. How can people keep up in general? I mean, how can one keep up with multiple months of daily streams of more than 3 hours? How do people do this? But yeah, he arrived after 14 and a half years. He made it to the Farlands. I just saw a few screenshots on Instagram. I didn't watch the arrival episode. I'm currently struggling. Shall I? Well, episode, stream, video on demand, whatever. I still struggle. Shall I skip forward? Basically, I mean, I'm watching it in consecutive order, and I'm a fan since the early beginning of that series. I really enjoy it, and I'm watching it in the right order. But at the same time, it would also be like, hey, I like to see this final stream, the arrival at the Farlands. So I'm not quite sure if I should just say, okay, I'm watching only this last episode. Well, the arrival episode, the arrival video on demand, the arrival thingy, and then continue with my consecutive order, or if I remain strong-minded and I keep up with the original sequence, eventually making it to the final episode. I don't know what I do, because I'm somewhat intrigued, but at the same time, it's also like the journey. The journey is a goal, not the destination. And yeah, but there's that. That's super cool, and it's also lots of dedication to get this done. And I'm super happy for him that he made it, that he arrived at his destination. I, in contrast, will not arrive at my destination today. Instead, I will set up shop here. I think I will throw down the bed here-ish. Let's throw down some torches. And that's not the travel bed. And the travel bed. Alright, I am... Oh man, I hope this skeleton doesn't see me. I'm definitely much closer to being home. Definitely much closer to unpacking my bundle, putting things into a museum, and adding the maps to the big map wall. That's also exciting to see how the world looks in general. But it takes me more. Oh no! I hear a guy. Okay, please stay away, guy. Oh no! Ow! What? There are multiples. There are multiples of these guys. That's bad. Oi. What's up with them? Huh? What about that? Okay, away with you. I hope I got all my arrows again. Now I need to eat something real quick. And yeah, then better go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this very episode, and I hope you will be joining me next time when I continue my walk home and I start maybe some, well, I don't think that I will start initial preparations with my Japan building, but I will put things into a museum With that, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you!